Greetings, flesh wound horror freaks, and welcome to our live unboxing show. We've got some cool stuff to unbox. Todd has a giant box, a massive box, even a more massive box.
It's a decent sized box.
There's a lot crammed in the box.
It is. It's heavy. I was actually expecting it to be big.
It's a tight box, but there's a lot inside it.
I forgot to Sharpie though, so I don't get doxxed. I'm doing it now.
Ah, okay. Some people do that on purpose. It's weird, but
they leave their addresses up on purpose.
Dox themselves. Yeah.
Okay, that is weird. Well, I'm the opposite.
Oh, there you go. So, yeah.
Now you can't figure that shit out.
There you go. But yeah, that's still an impressive box. I've got something to show tonight. I don't have my Vinegar Syndrome stuff yet, but of course you're the subscriber, so you get your shit early.
I know. I was like taking forever. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to be a dick. I was excited though, but
yeah.
And then I got a box I didn't know I was getting that I totally forgot about. And like, you say those are always fun. Yeah. And then you got something cool to show off.
I do.
So, what do you think first?
Well, up to you. You want me to show my box first?
Let's do mystery box, which isn't a mystery now. Then that box, and then the big box. How's that?
Okay. What's the mystery box?
The mystery box. Well, you already posted it. I mean, it was a mystery box for me because I didn't remember I'd ordered it, so I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like it's not in the description or anything, but
well, yeah, but people don't usually read that on YouTube, so
they just saw a picture of Jesse Spano on a pole and clicked it. I mean, if there's ever not a reason to click it. All right. So, yeah, I totally forgot I had ordered this. And there we go. We have
Stevie Wayne.
It's got the cross.
I want it to, but I waited.
Oh, it's still available.
Yeah, no, I know it is. I mean, yeah.
So, yeah, it's a cool little piece. This is what I could have waited on, but
I like the detail 4K on her. Yeah. I do have the 4K. That's a cool looking figure. They captured her look pretty well.
Yeah, because I know the Blu-ray's been out a while, so I like totally forgot this thing was a thing when I got it. I was like, oh yeah.
The 4K, you mean? You bought?
No, I've had the 4K since it came out. They shipped the 4K earlier. The figure took longer, so they came later.
All right. That's
how they do it a lot of times with Scream. So they'll just send you. Yeah, they don't like wait and ship everything at once.
Yes, that's from Neca.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, you have to get that autographed.
Yeah, that's your thing. All right, Dan, you got stuff. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm more about experiences than like I don't need a picture or a signature.
Well, it's cool to have it on your merch. I mean, it depends. It depends. Sometimes somebody will do something really weird. Like I have a 13 Ghosts poster signed by Matthew Lillard, and he went really weird with it. Like he blacked out teeth on the image, and I don't know. It's like it's a story, I guess, but it also kind of makes the artwork look a little.
He should have looked at you, and you knew should have been able to tell that was going to bother him.
It doesn't. It's just like
it does, Dan, because you're bringing it up now still. So
if you have somebody in the library and they look at that and they're like, "What? Why is it all scribbled on like that?" Then you have to explain. But yeah, all right.
New Jack made the California bear poop on the XPW flag.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, see, cool story though. Huh?
That flag's got some history. It's been at a lot of shows. I did not know that. All right. So mine is coming in from Arrow Video. It's the Enter the Video Store Empire of Screams Blu-ray set. And I'll show it off here. See that beautiful artwork on the front. It's a good sized box, but like they didn't like over.
Question: why does it look like there's a Jedi like shooting a Yoda on the front?
on this part of it.
Yeah, right there. What is that?
That is Dungeon Master, Todd.
I couldn't tell what it was. I'm trying to figure out.
Dungeon Master, you got the dolls down there. There's a lot going on.
Okay, I see it now. I was trying to figure out.
The coloring is not the best for my webcam, but yeah, you see the little dolls there, causing
That is
chaos,
cool. Okay.
and yeah.
Right.
And on the side there, you've got that going on. VH Rental Store. You got some robot jocks down there on this side. And
should have just saw their feet on the side because they're so giant.
Then there's the back.
Very cool.
Yeah. So it's a really cool set. And it's not, you can almost partially pay for it because Robot Jocks on Blu-ray is out of print. So, you can hawk that. You can hawk dolls, especially if you still have the slipcover for that Blu-ray. So this set, I mean, I won't say it paid for itself, but it almost did.
It's not a bad price. It's only like $60-$70 right now. So
yeah.
66 what I locked it in at.
Yeah, and plus Arena is on this, making its Blu-ray debut in the US. So yeah, I like it. We can open it up if you want. I don't know if there's anything.
That's up to you, sir.
Much to definitely.
I do know we got individual covers, which I'm happy about. So because from the box, I couldn't tell how they were going to do it, like inside.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really glad that we got individual covers. I am curious if they're arrow sized or thinner sized. So I know the house box they did in like normal 12 millimeter.
6 movies. I mean, I guess this is large enough that it can hold it. I suppose
3 and 3, I think. Yeah. So if they're 3 and 3 in because that's all that's in there, right? There's no like swag, or maybe a poster. Probably there's always a poster.
We will see. Hold on. I'm opening it, trying to figure it out. I am slow, obviously, but we're getting there.
What up, guys in the chat? Dan takes a minute.
Yep. I got it. Trying to do it without fucking it up because that would suck. All right. So you get the outer layer off. There you go.
How's it open up? Oh, okay. Top.
Pull that off. Yeah, you got to pull the.
Now I know how to open it up to keep the plastic on. Thank you, Dan.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Okay. So that's okay. Now I see how it's sized. So that's all.
You got the booklet there. Pull some of this out.
You know what? The first question I'm going to ask. I don't know what the covers look like, so let's see the covers. But I want to know if they have a reversible cover, right? So
first we got the booklet, which is actually really cool. Mm-hmm. Arrow Video Magazine. It's let's see, how many pages is this?
Looks like a thick one.
Yeah, it is 78 pages. 78 pages, and you can kind of see the articles there by Dave J, Megan Navarro, Lee Gambin, John Harrison. This is a nice sort of mini book. It looks like it has some really good information and some retrospectives on the movies, dolls, Stuart Gordon's grown-up fairy tale with sharp teeth. Some cool photos in here. This is actually a really nice little booklet. There's more going on there than you would think. All right, let's take these out. Look at the artwork here. We got Robot Jocks there.
Nice.
Pretty cool artwork. Although on that one, I'm going to say I kind of well, it's reversible too. So do you want me to flip the reversible artwork?
Oh, no, I wanted to see what it was. I just want to know if it's the original poster.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
That's the reversible artwork, which I actually do prefer, if I'm being honest. So I think I'm not always original artwork. I'm actually okay sometimes with
Most of the Arrow art isn't very good, if we're being honest.
it. Yeah, it depends. I mean, that's
There's
not their strong suit. They put
there's
out a hell of a
arguments for
product, though.
there's arguments for the box I'm about to open too. I know the art style. Um,
Got Arena here. I like that artwork. It's pretty cool.
See, here's the thing where I go. That'd be a great T-shirt, not a good DVD Blu-ray cover. That's
yeah.
me.
Let's see. We got the. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say the original wins this one too.
On pretty much 90% Arrow, I'll say that. Yeah, see?
I kind of like the.
It's simple and I get it, but
Yeah, Man versus Monster. I kind of.
But all of these are going to have like our video store nostalgia. I mean, which makes sense for the box.
Yeah, but like I said, that's not always. I don't mind new artwork. Sometimes I'll look at it and I'm thinking like that's cooler than the original.
Can you think of any Arrow artwork right now that jumps out like, oh, I like that better?
That's definitely not their strong suit. And shout out Jess Graham. I'll get back to the chat here in a minute once I'm done showing these off. But next, okay, now this is the best of the new artwork so far. Cellar Dweller. I do kind of like that one.
I don't like the font. I do like the artwork though. Again, I'm back to better as a shirt.
Oh, wait a minute. Is there some? No, there is not titty in that. I was making sure that there was no nipple exposed, which wouldn't make sense. But
all right,
that there. The
good art. That's the Empire art that never really got used.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, wasn't what I was expecting when I opened it, but I have seen
they use that on the Scream one too. Yeah, I know a lot of these are going to be more used to the video art. Like Robot Jocks has different video art. That was probably the one most of us are used to. That one does the very cheap Cellar Dweller New World cover looking, but
yes. All right, Dolls.
Now this one, there's the classic art is better be on the inside. There's like no argument.
Yeah, I mean this is fine.
No, that's fine.
It's fine. I don't dislike it. I liked Scream Factory's art on that one actually. Yeah. Oh, and this one
not great. Also I didn't love that one either.
Some lobby cards inside as well for Dolls. A bunch of them actually. Tons of lobby cards in this. And
that probably has it for all of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of.
So I know it comes with the little postcard things. So lobby cards, whatever.
I don't know. All of these are looking like they're from Dolls.
Okay. Well, why don't you show us that cover?
All right.
There we go. Okay. There's no argument. That's the one that we all expected on the inside.
Everybody knows that. Let's pull out these lobby cards here. I don't think I missed any on the. Oh, one's a poster though too.
Yeah, they're is it the poster for the video store or for Dolls?
Let's see. No, from Dolls. Can't remember which one of these I showed, but some different lobby cards there. And let's pull out the poster right here, which is, it's a double-sided? It is double-sided. So, again, you got the, won't unfold it all the way, but you got the old school.
And the new.
And the new. Yeah, this is actually a pretty cool poster.
You gonna hang it up?
I might, actually. We'll see. It's hard for me if it's not signed or just some super rare poster. There's not a lot of wall space left for posters, but I might have a couple spots for that. All right, let me get this back in here.
All right.
And there's just one more to go, I believe. So
I thought Dolls was the last one. Okay.
No, we still got Dungeon Master.
All right. Well, let's see it.
All right. So, Dungeon Master. Cool art. Cool new art there.
Yeah. Yeah. That feels like it fits the era, too.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. And God, I feel like I must have messed this up. I think there's posters for all of these. I'm not going to go back and show
Yeah, that's fine. Can
all of the lobby cards, so I'll be here forever. But I'm going to just show these, and this is for Dungeon Master, and I'll show the Dungeon Master reverse art and poster since I have this out already.
Well, the poster is just going to be the 2, so yeah, we don't need to go back on the old ones. Okay, that's the good art, or the one most familiar with, of course.
Yeah. Now, see, like this one, I think I might actually like the new art better on this one. And all right, put all this stuff away here.
Yeah, I don't have a strong feeling either way on that one.
Yeah. God, posters for each one is pretty cool. Must have missed that, but I might hang up the Dungeon Master one. God, that's gonna be tough now. All right.
You're not going to be annoyed that it's missing from your package and now it's incomplete?
Well, it's not incomplete if I still have it. I mean,
it's been used.
Well, just because it's not inside the package
used, it's devalued. It's worth
I'm not always inside the box. That doesn't mean it's not my box, Todd. God damn it.
Well, that only works when I say it. All right.
I'm just putting this back together while you get
while you
the Neca box set up.
All right. I don't know. I didn't go crazy. Dan's probably gonna have a bigger box, but
you have everything coming as a subscriber, though.
Well, not everything. You have to remember that.
Okay.
Like all of the Vinegar Syndromes, but not that. So let's see what the heck we got in here, because I don't remember much. All right. All right, here we go. It's just a little. There we go. There's the box.
It's a lot in the box. A lot crammed up it.
All right, let's look at the first ones.
Check for titties.
Okay. Well, I'm sure the first one's good, but I'm looking.
I should say, while Todd's inspecting that, we are going to be live tomorrow as well with a nice with a Dark Side of the Ring Squared Circle Society. We're also going to talk preview Money in the Bank, XPW Problematic, among other things going on in the world of wrestling, as well as a pro wrestler themed movie review, which you'll get to see. You get to see when we get there. So yeah, we're gonna try and add that. Squared Circle Society, give you a little bit of everything. So it'd be cool. If you're on our Discord, feel free to make requests, or Patreon, of course, patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. Only starts at just $1. And we'd love to hear from you. So, Todd, that's more than $1 box for sure.
At the video store, this was an immediate grab, because like when you hit play on the trailer, like the first 3 words were like "fuck Blockbuster." I guess technically that's 2 words, but whatever. So
I can miss them both, Todd.
Fuck Blockbuster. I hope it Okay, I better be careful, because I might go too far on that one.
I'll take it back in a heartbeat. Well, actually, a little Hollywood Video. I'm a Hollywood Video for Blockbuster.
Okay, so you know what? Hollywood Video didn't like actively go out and like buy every one. Well, probably because Blockbuster already bid them, so I can't even bought them all. So I can't even give them shit for not doing the same thing, because they would have. Anyone who was smart was. But fuck Blockbuster. So yes, I will. This is the good documentary. Well, I mean, like, because it's about mom and pop video stores. Not that the Blockbuster documentary wasn't good. So
I'm kind of curious to see what kind of retro footage they have. Like, obviously, you're not even thinking of it at the time, but how much I regret not just having video footage of my old Ma and Pop Sunburst video. Man, among others, but that was the big one.
All right. Well, there's that. So that'll be fun. This one, Dan was. I'm checking it first. We're good. Goodish. All right. Well, Dan wasn't a huge fan, but Debbie Does Demons. There we go. It's not a boob, Dan. Don't worry. It's covered. I checked.
It's a very cool artwork. I'll say that much. You can go back and listen to our review. I think
This is the artwork I prefer. Technically, it's covered in blood, but just to be safe, Dan, you're welcome.
Very cool artwork.
Yeah, I do. I'm glad to own this one. Another Culture Shock release. So
I just week ago, I think now, ordered Virgin High. I'm very.
You know what? I didn't know people were getting them already too. Like if I would have ordered them like a week earlier, they would have been in this box. So I'm like really annoyed. I got to wait till the next one. If I would have known that, I would have got them instantly. So
I don't know if they can really, because they charge you for shipping. So I don't know that they can combine it. I think technically it has to come separate.
No,
you know what I mean.
I hope you're not trying to tell me how a subscription works.
No, well, yours is different because you got the yearly subscription.
Yes, and actually they added it now that everyone can combine. You can like if you order like the month like a monthly pre-order, and before it ships, you can add stuff into your cart. Like you can choose. Okay. So like basically like on Black Friday, but like say if you would have pre-ordered Irreversible before it came out. And you ordered it, and then you decided you wanted to add more stuff, you can add to your order before the first one ships, I believe. I know they tested that out. And
yeah, we'll have to do Virgin High and Hot Under the Collar.
That's not even a question.
Yeah.
So
you think they have Assault of the Party Nerds too? I'm hoping they have all of those. Yeah. You can go back and also look at our review for the Irreversible straight cut as well.
Yes. I'd show you the back, but I won't. Yeah. You're welcome. All right. Okay. Here we go. This is some of the bigger ones. So this is a big one. The Boogeyman.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. All right. Well, there's that. So what are your thoughts on the Boogeyman? This one.
What do you mean this? I meant this release, or I don't have. Oh, okay. The movie. It's a good movie.
I don't know about good.
It's very overhyped. It's weird.
See, I think it's overhyped. I think it's a lot less good than people like act like it is.
Yeah, I said it's overhyped. Absolutely.
Okay, I thought you said underhyped. My brain got that wrong. Okay,
it's overhyped.
I don't know.
It's one of those ones that, I think when I first saw it back in many, many years ago, I was just like,
not the best.
Really? I was kind of expecting much more.
Well, at least we got this art. This is the art I do like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nothing wrong with this one, but I do. This one is, Big T's kicking himself for not getting that GoldenEye documentary. I almost grabbed that. I'm a little old for the GoldenEye thing. I think you guys, like I'm 10 years older than most of the guys. So I didn't like N64. I was just,
that was a big thing. I played it, but that's like one of the things I'll watch once. And I should also say, in my opinion, Devonsville Terror better than the Boogeyman. In my opinion, and that one doesn't get enough love. Same director, Yuli Lommel. That is awesome. I can't wait to grab that.
So I don't think I've seen this one, Dan.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you this. If you haven't watched Undefeatable, if you're a fan of just really cheesy action movies of that era, that is a winner. A must if you love New York Ripper, Miami Connection. It's a little like a different kind of crazy, but the villain is insanely over the top.
I was going to ask if there was nudity, Dan, till I noticed there's like a near naked woman on the front.
There is, not Cynthia Rothrock, or at least my memory there is. But I'm happy about that release. There's a lot of hostility for some reason towards the Billy Blanks and Cynthia Rothrock
because they did it all in like the span of 3 months. I think that's the biggest issue. If it would have been split up over a year I don't think people would have been like another fucking Billy Blanks release. I just think it was a lot at the same time.
There's some good shit. Well, even more so with Cynthia Rothrock, though. Think we'll ever get Fast Getaway? We watched that while we were down there in California. And
Sony owns it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question. So let's
Very
see.
Cool.
Reversible. I don't remember the VHS cover. Well, that doesn't look like it's it either.
No, at least my memory of the VHS, it was
like a shitty 90s, a bunch of still pictures, like with pictures.
Yeah, it was mostly just Cynthia Rothrock front and center. I don't remember what else was going on with the VHS.
I'm gonna guess like any of the other million like AIP studio releases or whatever they were. No Motive classic artwork though.
What up, Cliff?
No Motive is a porno. I'm thinking of Raw Nerve, which is a porno noir, which I do recommend. I just found the tape. I may have to put that on so we can review it.
Yeah. Cliff, Undefeatable, I think you will enjoy. It's not like an above the law, like Hong Kong era Cynthia Rothrock movie, which of course those were the height of her quality, but it's really cool. I mean, the villain in terms of acting, it's just not there at all, but it's a pretty funny performance. And it's kind of got like a slashery vibe, even though it's a martial arts film, because he's like a serial killer. And yeah.
All right.
What else is in that
I know
box?
I got sidetracked. I got a message and I was just like, I should probably answer that. And eventually. They can wait. Hopefully they're not watching. All right, here we go. Night Screams.
Nice. You know, a lot of people have asked me about that. It's like, are you a fan of that? And I was like, I don't remember hating it, but I also remember it not being great.
Well,
I still have the Snapper case DVD of that.
We do have a Slashtober coming up.
Yeah, I was going to say that should definitely be a part of Slashtober.
I know. Last time we had a Vinegar Syndrome release, it did pretty well when that was Silent Madness.
Yeah.
It did win, but it did well. We see that's something we should watch in 3D next time you're out here.
Yeah, there's still a lot we need to watch.
That's a good one in 3D. All right.
On the 3D projector.
So there we go. All right, let's see if we got reversible art. There's
nice.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to hold off on this one now until we do something with it.
Yeah, I was going to say we have to start mapping out.
Well, between the slashers I already got, the Liz Kruger gave me, we're already we'll be good. We're going to have enough for 3 shows and out of 1, but I'll figure out what makes the most sense. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, just what everyone wants. Heck yeah. I got me a 3-disc clear one.
Nice.
Because I had to get. You know how I'm about slipcovers. Very rarely I buy them. Like, unless they're like Trauma, that's my go-to. But I made the exception on these two because I never got the Hell It Comes the Frogtown one. So I was like, whatever. If I don't like it, it'll be worth money again. You know how that goes. But Fanny Hill, I love Russ Meyer. You know that. So I did grab that one. And it's got a cool slip. So nice. I grabbed that one. So that's why I had to get a 3-disc case for the old one. So I actually broke my Troma rule and got non-Tromas, but whatever. All right. These must be the $10 ones because I don't. Yeah, because this is TerraVision. Love and Saucers. I don't know anything about this, Dan.
My understanding is it's about a guy who apparently has been abducted by aliens several times.
TerraVision's a label that I'm like, I don't want to say like Vinegar Syndrome at the beginning, but they're one like right now I'm kind of keep up with their releases. Same thing with TerraVision, I did their subscription, but same thing with Culture Shock. I'm trying to keep up with theirs because they're like putting out stuff like I like that it's worth some I don't know and some sort of checking out. So
yeah,
this is the other one I held off. One I
have it
specifically
coming. Yeah.
One I specifically didn't pay the extra $5 for the slip. So that was a first like conscious choice. I didn't pay for it. I just paid the 10 because it was 15 with the slip, 10 without. And since I don't have all the slips, I don't care. So.
Yeah. Some of the partner label stuff, some do, some don't. I'm fine with that.
Now, this one I did grab because it was about to sell out, and
nice.
not my favorite.
I just said no. I was okay. I've got the Scream Factory box set. I didn't feel like I needed it on 4K.
FOMO was kicking in, and I have all. I don't know.
Did that sell out though? I know it's close.
The slip sold out. That just went out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, the movie's still in print now. But my thing was like, I want to get a new 3D version from Scream Factory of Part 3, so I got to support it.
Orc brings up the new Indiana Jones movie coming out. Ted, I don't know about you. I don't think I'm going to see it.
Well, I am.
You go to everything, but I have zero.
My expectations are low.
Unfortunately,
my expectations are low. So,
yeah.
I only like two of the movies. I only like half the movies, and the half the movies I like are the first ones.
The first two.
Yes. So, the output since fucking Temple of Doom to me has been shit. I'll give the other
after
okay.
Temple of Doom, you mean?
Yes. After I like Raiders and Temple of Doom. Everything else, I'm like, Like Sean Connery annoys the fuck out of me in Last Crusade. I don't like fucking.
You're not alone. There were a lot of people back then that had similar issues with that movie.
But anyway, so it is what it is. Could be fun. I don't know. It can't be worse than the last one.
I might be surprised.
I'm just gonna. All right, Thrust. Another one
from my chiller buddy Victor Bonacore. I still need to get it. I do need to grab it.
Why is Big fucking Joe in the back?
Yeah.
I don't really know much about this, but I'm down. Looks fucking good. I know Dan doesn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a ton of pro wrestlers in that movie. Misty Monday, aka Aaron Brown, is in the movie. So he's got a lot of names in it. Linnea Quigley, I know, is in it.
I see her on the cover.
Yeah, she's in most of Victor's stuff.
All right. So is that a good pickup, Dan?
That is definitely a good pickup. I still need to grab that myself.
Oh, now the heavy box. That's what she said. Wait. All right, here we go. Oh shit! Oh wow, this is a little more impressive in person. Well, we'll do this one first. All right. Villages of the Damned. Dan, you want to tell us anything about this one?
I'd have to look at the movies again. I know one of those. There are 3 Spanish horror movies. One featuring Dennis Hopper. I am absolutely getting that. I've been waiting because I've been getting certain things on sale, but that will definitely be in the collection soon.
We have a booklet.
Yes. Careful, there may be 2.
I already looked in. Don't do that on everything. All right.
I'm titty paranoid for YouTube.
All right. So there we go. There's the slip cover.
Yeah. There's been a lot of Spanish horror, Mexican horror lately hitting Blu-ray. I've got the Mexico Macabre set coming this next week, actually, that I'm very excited about. Witch's Mirror, Brainiac. It's a good set.
I just Billy Bean said he was kind of excited for Crystal Skull, but halfway through his kids asked if they could leave, and he agreed. I'm actually going to rewatch them all leading up to it. I got enough time. I may throw on Batman before I go see Flash, but I'm not going to watch all those movies.
All I'll say is nobody gives a fuck about Phoebe Waller-Bridge. So if they're doing what I'm hearing, nobody wants to see her in this type of movie. Not saying she's not a good actress, just this type of movie.
I don't know what you're talking about now, so I'm lost.
The goddaughter character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to the trailers either. So I'm just going in. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I expect Indiana Jones to be in the Han Solo role of the Force Awakens. So, and anyone who's seen that knows what I mean.
Yeah.
All right. Villages of the Damned.
Very
Or
cool.
Villages of the Damned. But okay, yeah, there's no pictures on the back. Let's see if there's anything inside. But yeah, it comes with a nice book.
Very nice. I have to check and see if mine's shipped yet. I usually do okay out this way, but
yeah, they're still in the subscribers. You got to wait till the flash pre-orders, then you go.
yeah,
You probably got about another week or two.
Yeah, I figures.
Because this is week 1 when I got mine. So yeah. Because you didn't do any of the flash this year, right?
I don't think so. I'd have to go back and look. I just bought a bunch, like I said, that was on sale pretty much. I'd have to double check my list. I don't think I got anything new. I just didn't.
Well, it wouldn't matter if you got a new. It only mattered new if you bought it on the flash pre-order.
Yeah.
Like I tell you, like every year, if you do the flash pre-order, you get second priority. Like after the subscribers is you.
Yeah. I don't need it immediately. I'm okay.
No, I'm just. But,
yeah.
All right. So this one. Yes, I'm going to look as we go. Ooh. I wasn't expecting it like this.
Yeah, that's a bigger case than I was expecting for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's impressive looking.
I mean, Lamberto Bava, Blade in the Dark, has its fans.
It definitely does. All right. I was just checking before. Oh. Let's do it from the back, too. Let's see how the back one does. All right. Let's see. Is this one any different? No way. Well, there's, yeah. All right. Well, that's kind of cool. So then we do that. So it's like a slip box with the slip. Okay, this is getting a little slip extra. Okay. So sometimes you just want to watch the movie and all right. Blade in the Dark.
Yes.
The what's up? I got it. 37. Okay. Take 2.
It's animated, but still. Yeah.
I know. And there we go. All right. Just looking. Okay. So then we have the. Yeah, it is cool. A really great design. Indeed. All right. Well, let's see what we got on the inside. I want to see if we got the other art on the insert. But yeah, it's a thicker Blu-ray case too. Feels like our 4K case kind of feels. It looks like it's about the thickness of an Arrow case, probably because it's a multi-case set and they're big and heavy duty. But I don't know how many discs it actually has. 1, 2. All right, 4 discs. That's why we got the thick case. So let's check out the artwork on the reverse. I'll look first, Dan, so I don't get yelled at. I'm glad I looked first. So we have the other art. So that means I'll immediately flip it when Dan's not here. All right, so yeah, that's a nice little set. So this is when you're going to grab it the next sale, most likely.
Yeah, that really, honestly, out of all the stuff you've shown, I mean, I'm going to get it all eventually. Yeah. My Vinegar Syndrome strategy lately has just been banking the digital gift cards that when the sale comes along. I'm not saying I don't buy certain things before, but not like I used to. If it's something I want to watch like immediately, I'll make a few exceptions, but yeah.
Yeah. With these, that's for you guys.
Yes.
All right. So let's put this thing back together. Oh, wait. No, we got a poster. I know we have a booklet. Hold on. I'm looking.
They did go balls out on that one.
Yeah. I know more than I would expect. They really did. This I wouldn't have expected something this elaborate for this movie.
It's Lamberto Bava. I mean, A Blade in the Dark is not like a household name necessarily in the horror community, but pretty much everybody that has seen that movie loves it. So,
all right.
It's definitely 4K worthy.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of 4K worthy, we got the Showgirls sets.
Showgirls. I may actually break down and get it next month just in case, but I don't know. Was that in danger of selling out right now?
There was one I remember we were talking about. We got to grab it right when it opens back up. Oh, that one box set.
The Polish sci-fi set. I forget what the name
of it. That one. If we want to, you got to grab it.
Well, no. So here's my question with that, Todd.
What?
It was over 1,000 copies, which for something like that, that's a lot. Because that's most people haven't heard of any of those movies.
For which one? I'm sorry, I was reading the comment.
The Polish sci-fi set that they said was going to be gone. But if there's over 1,000, it's not going to be on sale.
But the problem is that people are going to
panic buy it.
Yes, like they do every time. So
yeah. My guess is you have a little bit of time. I mean, I'll order it in July.
Yeah, I think when it closed, wasn't it right around 900? So I remember
I thought it was still over 1,000.
It might have. It was right around.
Yeah.
It was either. I remember when I heard it was gonna sell out for sure. It was still over 1,000. It was like at 1,300 or 1,200. So I don't know. All right, before we go, what's the question? All right, question. When did Showgirls become considered a cult classic, and what are your thoughts on the film?
So it came out. Oh, you want to go first?
No, go for it.
Well, it came out in '95, and the perception was it was a shit movie. It killed Elizabeth Berkley's career, which it kind of did. I mean, I can't say killed it because it's not like the last thing she worked on. But
she was in the Saved by the Bell reboot.
Yeah, she was on Titus too for a little bit. But
that's right. I love
Christopher Titus's sister, I believe. But as far as like any sort of, I mean, there was never another Elizabeth Berkley starring vehicle in Hollywood that I can think of off the top of my head. I believe that was it. So it's definitely a career killer. Oddly enough, which always blows my mind, Showgirls is got like a huge following in the gay community, which
that's, I think, where the answer to your question is when
the
cult really, because that's when the midnight screenings, they championed the movie and it really became a thing. I think guys like me and Dan always are going to be attracted to this type of film.
But
I mean,
different reasons than the gay community, I suspect. But
that's what I'm saying. But I mean that like the camp, there's no arguing the camp value.
The camp value is strong, and it's strong too because this was something where there was like when it was in production. I mean, I think Esther Haas wrote the screenplay. Paul Verhoeven. I mean, there was buzz that this was going to be like potentially like an Oscar.
I never believe they were fucking delusional
before it came out, and you know, and it became what it became. There's a lot of odd miscasting. I like Kyle MacLachlan, but he's kind of weird in the movie.
But I think that's also part of like I checked Nando, right?
Yeah.
So there's our inside of the box.
Yeah, I'll probably get it, if nothing else, for some of the extra features. See, like Sidekicks, I like that movie.
I will tell you, hold on.
I don't regret. I'm not going to pay that big premium price for that. Roadhouse, same thing. I'll be honest.
I will tell you. You know how I was on Sidekicks, but when I was off, I can say where I was. I'm just not saying where I was. When I was off working on stuff, the producer of the Sidekicks. Is that what it? Okay, I was trying to think if I was fucking up the name. The producer of Sidekicks told me they did an awesome drunken commentary that you have to hear. So that sold me on it, but that's me.
You were on Top Secret Business.
I did say that. We got the booklet.
Very cool.
You know, I was trying to figure out a way to incorporate in the graphic the picture of her with like just her leg and make it yellow, but I didn't think anyone would get it. So
probably licking a pole is you're more clickbaity graphic.
You know my favorite part of the movie.
Old school. I remember sneaking in. I think it was Page Master, and I snuck into Showgirls.
No, but you know my favorite part though is because it comes out of nowhere, like no one's expecting it.
You know, we were doing one of our Patreon not safe for YouTube streams, and we were, I guess, ranking babes. I guess we put it that way. Gina Gershon, back then, well, even Gina Gershon much later, she was a contender. Talk about a 90s babe.
Yeah. All right, let's look. All right, so we got the discs. Just,
Nice.
All right, let's look at what we got in the reverse.
It's a cool looking set. That'll be a July purchase for sure.
Okay. On the inside, we have the new art. I'm fine with that. I'm glad they just put this art on the outside. That's one thing I don't like, and I will probably flip Blade of the Dark when you have like if you're going to give me like 5 different pieces of art, then you're going to recycle it. I'd rather flip it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ones I hate are Scream Factory ones because they can't be fucking bothered to put the barcode on both sides. So if you have the slip cover, it doesn't line up because they don't put the barcode on the other side. That's a little thing that annoys me. But yeah, all right. I'm happy with the haul.
Yeah, no. Was that everything?
Yeah, that's all.
That's the main event. Okay.
That's what I said. I didn't do a giant. Most of the stuff I've been getting because of the other thing. So
yeah,
I know when you get yours, I know you'll definitely do a Hat Man because I know we'll have some crossover, but it doesn't matter.
I'm almost ready. Yeah, I figure once Vinegar Syndrome comes in, I can do another hat because I keep saying I'm going to keep them shorter. So whenever that.
Well, then you might want to do one before Vinegar Syndrome because my gut says you got a while, and then do another one when you get your VS.
Yeah, we might do that. We'll see. But yeah. Next month I'll get Showgirls. And I'll get that Polish sci-fi set, which again just seems weird to me, but I guess they put the word out on it like that. I'll get it and not gamble.
Hey, if it works for them. Hey guys, it's gonna sell out. You better buy it.
Yeah, true, but that can also turn on you too when people see like, hey, what's up? They said that like 4 months ago. It's still here.
Well, you're right, and it can. I think people are a little like, "What the fuck" on that one though already. Just because, well, like you can look and see.
The wording. I don't know. Now I don't know when they say sell out. Does that just mean just the slip cover, or it's gone?
No, that one's a gone one. That's a VS. Isn't it the Archives, the VSA set? So that one's a gone one. I mean, not counting because I'm sure Orbit got sold some, Diabolic, and all those. They got some, but those normally, like, as soon as they get them, people buy them because they know that's like their last shot.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. If you want it, it's going to be easier, and it's not going to make it to a sale, so you're going to pay the same price either way. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's true. So I'll grab Showgirls over July 4th weekend.
Oh yeah, I'll my kid here for that.
Yeah. So what else you got going on, Todd? You're selling some VHS, you said, or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of tapes, and someone hit me up, and I was like, fine, I'll meet you.
Mm-hmm.
If I get murdered, you know why? It's over some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles VHS tapes. I let that motherfucker come in. I'm meeting that motherfucker outside.
Well, yeah, you never have somebody come into your house.
Have my dogs barking outside.
Yeah, you meet at the 7-Eleven or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you can fucking stay outside.
How many tapes did you sell off?
I don't know. He's gonna. He said there's like 50 he wants. So.
Oh shit! Well, it's a nice payday, I assume.
Well, they're fucking tapes.
Yeah.
I don't have it. Like most of my high dollar ones are log sold.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know how many like big box.
But because the guy's local, I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking give you a deal. I don't have to ship them. It's so much easier.
Yeah, I was gonna say 50 tapes. You're cutting a chunk out of that for all of that.
It's not bad though with medium mail.
Yeah, I think Man, I just don't come in terms of like out in the wild. I rarely come across any interesting VHS tapes. You'll see like
Titanic.
mainstream shit. Yeah, Field of Dreams, like just shit like old people.
Is that what you get a lot? Is a Field of Dreams?
I see that a lot, actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
no, I was curious.
popular VHS tape.
I always hear Jerry
Yeah.
Maguire and Titanic, but Field of Dreams is on that list too.
Yeah, it's actually funny. Like, yeah, Jerry Maguire, Titanic, like that last VHS run, really before DVD came in. But like as far as like big box, I know Christian found a Wizard big box out in the wild not too long ago. That has been years for me.
I'm trying to figure out what is this. Indy, what have you owned every format since Laserdisc? Star Wars? Showgirls. Okay. Every format since that makes sense. I didn't own the LD, but I've owned every release since.
Okay.
How many Blu-rays, how many DVDs were there? There's like 2 special edition limited sets.
You had the one with the pasties, the big box.
I had that one, and then I had the other one.
Yeah.
In the smaller box. The Blu-ray. I got the import. I don't have that many. I figured out what movie I have the most copies of.
What's that?
You really can't guess.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
That's number 2 now. As of
Army of Darkness?
No. As of this August, it will be officially The Toxic Avenger.
Really? Okay, so you got a lot of foreign VHS on that one, I assume.
No, but I have all the DVD releases. I got a lot. Like that I've kept. See, most things I get rid of.
But just the original movie is.
Yes. I have like tons of versions of that.
Okay. I saw you sent me that Toxic Avenger stand-up. That
Fuck, I want it so bad.
Is that why you're selling?
No, it's not. It's not. Because if that was the case, I'd sell my Night of the Demon standee, which I could probably get $1,000 for, which I do need to sell.
You could legit get $1,000 for that.
Yes, open used ones are last one sold for about $800. I don't think I'm being unreasonable asking for $1,000 for a brand new light up standee that has never been opened.
Well, I'm gonna have to retract my bid then. You get that $1,000 if you can get it, because that's awesome. Yes. I used to have some standees. They don't fare well in moves. Cats. There's just a lot of different scenarios. Yeah. Well, nieces and nephews. They don't fare well. I don't think I still.
I think I see some of the ones I have to check the quality because they've been in the garage, and a lot of my posters got fucked up from the cats when they were fucking hanging out in the garage constantly before I barred them out.
Yeah.
So I got to see like some of the older standees that I've had forever. I got to see how they survived. I haven't brought them out in a couple years, so I got to check.
Make a list because there might be shit that I might be interested in. Not the $1,000.
Well, the other one I have that is going to cost you $2,000, which is my Jean-Claude Van Damme standee for Lionheart.
Jesus, now is that a joke?
Not for you. I'm going to sell it to you for $2,000.
Fuck. Damn.
I'm going to stand him up here. And I'm going to make you stare at him every week.
I've like gone down.
That's coming soon right here. I'm going to have fucking some standee here.
I've gone down some eBay rabbit holes, but with that, I'm just like, where the fuck would I put it that the cats aren't going to do a number on it? I mean, there's a couple spots, but man.
Todd, what's the best 3D movie you own? Now, do you mean best 3D quality or best 3D like movie, like best movie in 3D?
He's got it all. Trust me, you want to see something that ever existed in 3D. Well, Todd's 3D projector. He's got tons of stuff, tons of rare 3D prints and everything.
I can't find 3D Bumblebee. That's like the only thing that's like on my list that I don't know. That nowhere, no country in the world made a Blu-ray of it that I could find on 3D Blu-ray.
Okay.
I know. Well, whatever. I know you're bummed you don't get to watch Bumblebee.
I don't want to watch Bumblebee, period. So I don't want to watch it in 2D, so I'll survive. Space Hunter was a blast watching because that was a favorite as a kid.
The one where the 3D blew me away. Then it has to be the first one as a child. First one I remember. Not first 3D Blu-ray at home, but first 3D movie that I can remember that like blew me away was Jaws 3D. And the 3D Blu-ray still does. Like it is depth. It is like that era of 3D is just different, and I love it. Do I have the original 13 Ghosts? Yes, with the Ghost Viewer. There's actually a couple of releases of that one. The best one being the release from overseas. Not Imprint. They just started making US discs.
Indicator?
Thank you. Indicator. Yeah. Put out a great 13 Ghost discs.
Indicator is getting some money for me. Mexico Macabre and From Hollywood to Heaven, which I know Lauren's picking that up too, of Visited by Voices 1.
And which one is that one? Is that the one you were telling me about earlier?
It's about the Ormond family who were filmmakers. They had a near-death experience with their private plane crashing. Then they went super religious and essentially started to make grindhouse films for these, like, well, in my opinion, crazy evangelical preachers in the South. Some of the look up some clips of the Ormond family. If you're on our Discord, I posted a mini documentary, like 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. I posted it where it kind of runs down who they were and some clips from like the burning hell and some of these things. It's not necessarily something I would recommend to everybody, but if you have an interest in, really off the wall cinema, it'll be cool to check that out. It looks like there's a ton of extra features, and that and Mexico Macabre are my pickups next week.
You know what has a really good 3D transfer conversion? Even Terminator 2. It's pretty mind blowing how natural it looks like it was shot in 3D. Except now you don't get to see Robert Patrick's balls, unfortunately.
Ball 3. You don't get that in 3D. You're getting teabagged by Robert Patrick.
No, they just put a little rock like over where when he stands up you can see his balls. Because like there's a curb right in front of it, and they just like kind of built up digitally. So it's like a rock or something's on there. So when he stands up, you don't see his balls hanging down.
There you go.
They're
editing the French Connection, and now they're editing Robert Patrick's balls. I want TC brains on screen. God damn it.
They also edited a couple other things, but those things don't bother me because they're like that Raiders of the Lost Ark fix. Like, I know people get mad when they're tweaked, but that one's never bothered me. Do you know that fix, what it is?
I don't remember. I remember hearing something about that, but
it's when he's in the snake pit, you can see the reflection of the glass that's separating them. And that he cleaned that up. That's like the only like change. See, I don't consider that censorship, but some people will be like, well, I like seeing the reflection. And I get that. Because they also did with Terminator 2, because there's like 85 times you can tell the actor's face isn't Schwarzenegger. So they like the biggest one is when he comes off the thing on his motorcycle and lands in like the ravine. Like they fixed it so it looks like his face, because you're stared at it the whole shot and can't tell it's not him. So they did little things.
Yeah.
And what's going on with the French Connection? I see
I don't know the specific edits, but that's good case for physical media. It's a good case with digital copies.
With that movie, that's like totally you're fucked no matter what. See, is it Disney doing it, or is it Friedkin again fucking up the movie? Because he already fucked up the Blu-ray release, he fucked up the digital release.
It's not Friedkin. I don't think it wasn't a Friedkin thing.
Oh, well, because he's the one who fucked up the movie. It looks all fucking shitty now.
To be honest, I didn't look into specifically. I
First,
mean, if you've seen the movie, you kind of have some ideas, but they're tweaking it for modern audiences.
okay. Well, no, I was just but again, is he doing it? See, that seems like something he can do because he has fucked up the color palette for every one of his movies. And
No. This is about like content that's.
But again, that doesn't mean he's not doing it. That's what I want to know.
I don't believe so, but I'd have to look deeper.
I haven't heard the story. I just saw something about the French Connection and people bitching. Like, I don't know.
I mean, the people that get offended by everything, are they really looking to watch the French Connection?
No, that's why I feel like this story, there's more to it that we're not seeing. Because it's the same thing they do. Like when anytime, like, oh, remember how Netflix was censoring Back to the Future? And it was just because someone sent the wrong fucking file. So I don't know enough about this to comment.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what.
But I am curious. I will fucking read up on it and give a better opinion on Thursday.
I mean, there's been little things like that where I'm like, I'm not going to buy movies digitally that they can then change because I'll never watch an edited version.
Okay, here we go. Then it's definitely Friedkin. I already believe it. There is controversy as to whether it is Friedkin or not because it is claimed to be his director's cut. Then you know what? I totally believe it's him because he keeps fucking Lucasing all of his shit. So you may not want to hate it the mouse yet.
Yeah, but I think my understanding was this was a content they didn't think was appropriate for anybody to see.
But that's no different than that mind state Steven Spielberg had when he did the re-release of DVD of E.T. and pulled the guns out that he totally regrets now, thankfully. But it's the same, like he was making his director's cut and did that for E.T. Yeah. I don't know that that's not exactly what is happening here. Well, like I'm redoing it, making my director's cut. My sensibilities have changed in the fucking 50 years since I made this. I don't think, it's this or that. So, I mean, this is just the minimal information I have.
Yeah.
And as Andy said, weird for Freaking because it's content, not color timing. I do not know what his fucking obsession is ruining all of the color timing on his movies. I hate it. But I mean, look at it. He couldn't leave Exorcist alone. It's a fucking modern masterpiece. I can't watch the original theatrical version, period. Even the one that's labeled as the theatrical version. It's fucking Star Wars. But no one bitches about this motherfucker. He does the same fucking shit as George Lucas, and you'll suck his dick. Knock it off. Bitch at him. It's his fault.
People need to just start saying no. I mean, all of this is just like, okay, I guess not going to watch French Connection.
I do.
Except.
But if you want the original version of that movie, good luck finding it. Like even in general, without this new version.
That's the problem, though. It's like there is no the audience that you're trying to hold their fucking hands with these things don't give a fuck. They've not even heard of the French Connection. As sad as that sounds, classic movie. But just leave it. Yeah, you'll do some stupid fucking remake that then nobody will care about. But same thing. I just leave it alone. You're trying to cater to an audience that doesn't care, that's not spending money on it. Just leave it alone. And if it's new, you're making something new, I guess, you can put all your stupid shit in there. And most of the time it can fail at the box office and, they can throw money away. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's all Friedkin's fault.
So they just pulled a racial slur out of it? Is that what all this is about?
It's something like that is what I assumed. Yeah, I haven't looked deep into the story,
right now. The re-edited version with the racial slur removed.
See, here's my thing with that.
I'm trying to figure out what the slur was.
I believe it was the N-bomb, but like I think it may have also been some gay slurs in that. It's been a minute since I've watched French Connection, so
it says its character's unapologetic use of racial slurs, plural.
So here's my thing. Consider when it was made, and also consider the character.
Yeah, N-word.
The characters probably would have said the word.
Right.
Like and there's a few modern movies now where I'll watch it and I'm thinking like, this isn't an accurate portrayal. The mafia guys were gonna use certain words that may not be nice, but they're the fucking mafia. They're not good people. They use those words.
But they're treating them as heroes, I think, is when you get the problem.
But even then,
why is this getting courtesy of Disney when it's the Criterion? This is what I'm confused. Is this doesn't even look like it's in America.
No, I'm pretty sure it's American
streaming services on Criterion Channel. Okay, so why Criterion Channel? What does that have to do with Disney?
Criterion should know better, for one thing, if it's a Criterion.
Oh, that's right. Disney owns them technically now after the 20th Century Fox merger.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest about this. You think anywhere along the lines of anywhere in the Disney hierarchy, someone in television or any of this stuff knew enough to be like, we need to censor the French Connection? I can almost guarantee you that conversation never happened. This is like, that's someone making that decision within. That's not fucking.
It's some dumb fuck that shouldn't have been hired, that serves no purpose.
Yes.
You know, that does nothing to actually make the company any money.
Now, now here's the thing, though. If it was a TV master that was accidentally put on, but I don't know. I don't think it is if they're just cutting out the N-bomb. But you know what I mean? Like, that's happened before, too, when people like lose their mind. Like, when they accidentally put the TV version of Splash on a Disney Plus, and you couldn't see the ass shot, they went crazy, which, by the way...
Yeah, that's been referenced a lot, yeah.
Which, by the way, Disney fixed, and now you can see the ass shot, just saying.
Well, and that's my thing, too. Like, Splash, that's not vile, offensive... Well, and again, it's her ass. It's not some awful thing.
But then when they accidentally put the TV version on instead,
yeah,
there were certain cases they did that. Adventures in Babysitting is one in particular. They purposely put on the TV version. I don't think Splash was, because they fixed it, but they got rid of the American and Babysitters version. On Disney Plus makes sense because of the F-bomb, but on Hulu and other places it's not. See, that kind of censorship doesn't bother me because it's the TV version. If you got your fucking kid watching Disney Plus, I'm not going to get mad that it doesn't drop the F-bomb and I don't have to have that conversation. That's the other F-bomb too.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, see, like, for somebody like me and you, we spend money on this shit. We spend a lot of money on this shit. Like, I hear something like that, I'm going to have a hostility towards the Criterion Channel. Because number one, they should know better. I'm not going to give them money until they fix it and they stop fucking doing that.
But again, that's the thing. Are they even aware? Are they going to fix it? Because the problem is,
we'll see.
But we won't. Are you going to go physically check it? The problem is when it gets fixed, no one reports it. Did you know Splash was fixed?
That I actually did, because I did see somebody say that was fixed. But
here's the thing. Most of the time, it's only the bitching about what's wrong. Never like, hey guys, they fixed it. No one gives a shit.
It's a slippery slope, though, because you mentioned like the gun thing in ET. If certain people have their way, like, oh wow, we can't show those old 90s action movies where Schwarzenegger kills 50 people with the machine gun. We can't do that. You know, I mean, something like that. I mean, good luck. You'd be editing out the whole movie, but it's a slippery slope because you can just keep going and going and going until you essentially just are banning movies, like you're banning books.
See, I think this is the one problem, though, and this is like it's because it's not a thing for most people now. Like, television versions of movies are normal. Like, I expect stuff to be censored if I watch it on fucking Disney Plus. If I watch it on Hulu and it is, I'm going to be upset. Like, if I watch fucking...
If you don't bitch about it enough and hit them in the pocketbook, it will be everywhere. That's just the thing to consider. You know, and I hate to say this, but a lot of this shit they're pulling, it is Nazi level bullshit. It's book burning. It's, to me. And you got to rage against that shit.
I'm not arguing. That's why I'm like trying to figure out, like, the biggest thing with this is it the director's call? then it's a different argument. That's the thing.
I don't think so. I don't think
No, it
that's a
is that. I think that's a totally different. That's an artist changing their art, which is still wrong. But I think it's a different argument than Disney censoring.
Is it even his call, anyways? At the end of the day, like, no, William, we're gonna just keep it like it is, because that's what I would tell him.
He's been doing it forever. They let him. It doesn't.
I mean, I feel like I would be like, yeah, no, we're gonna just leave the movie the way.
But I don't think Disney cares. I don't think Fox cares.
If you want to put a warning at the beginning of a movie saying, "Hey, just FYI, this was made at a certain
fucking Disney
time,"
does that on their cartoons. Like, they're not even censoring shit on that now.
Yeah, if that's what you need to do, fine. I could care less about a warning, trigger warning, whatever the hell you want to call it at the beginning.
HBO Max, they do that shit too. My problem is I don't want to fucking dump on it until I know, because look at the Back to the Future, like that immediately. I was like, yeah, you guys are dumb. They're gonna fix it. But like, there's this, I don't know enough, but like from what I'm hearing, it seems like I wouldn't be shocked. There's so many companies he has to go through too, because you got Criterion, who runs independent of, you don't know, like there's fucking, because Criterion is owned by Fox, he's owned by Disney, and then that's a lot of fucking people that would like literally have to make that decision and move down 4 companies to get it like done. See, this seems like self-censorship.
And this is just, again, well, it's not just me, it's a lot of people, most people probably watching the show. In general, a lot of these platforms, if they start censoring this stuff out, I won't support the platforms. I'll get the stuff through other means. I'm just not going to give them money. That's just, again, I realize maybe this is freaking, I don't know what the story is, but you start just basically butchering these movies on these pay services.
Do you know anyone who has the Criterion? Do you know? Well,
I actually know a few. Yeah, people do like but I would not even in a million years consider it, because I feel like, yeah, that's.
I think Criterion in general is a fucking shitty company now. What are they doing that's revolutionizing it? Nothing. They're getting masters from other people and doing the same thing literally every other company does, but with shitty extras and charging you more. So,
in terms of extras, and I've said that for a while, like there's some really good Criterion releases, but they can't hold Arrow Video's jock. I mean, they
can't hold Scream Factories, and that's
yeah. I mean, now they put out some fantastic films and highlight some fantastic films, but I would not consider Criterion anywhere near the top of anything.
No,
but I don't know that they ever were, because
but they're what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say their prestige is run off. I think people aren't just like sticking their nose in the air. There's not that. What's the air of arrogance around Criterion starting to go away?
I think so. There's other companies that I think have been putting out some prestige films as well and been doing a great job with it. When you go years back, there were times where I was like, I mean, Criterion's expensive. Like back in the day, you went in and you picked up a Criterion DVD. You had to know that you loved that thing, because you were going to pay out the asshole for it. So, like, I mean, I remember Borders back in the day.
Dan, you could shut the fuck up with all that nonsense. When I was buying Criterion laser discs, I was dropping a bill in the 90s. So I don't want to hear about expensive fucking
Criterion. Yeah, you're not casually picking up the Criterion Laserdisc back in the day.
I don't know. They had that Halloween set. I had to buy that motherfucker immediately. You know what my first Criterion release was? It wasn't Halloween. I'll tell you that right now.
What was it?
It was Ghostbusters.
Oh, that was your first. Okay. Okay. $100.
Yeah. Well, there was 2 versions. There was the $50 one, which was CLV. Ew. Or you could get the big double disc set that was at CAV, that you could frame phrase 1 frame at a time.
Ah, okay.
I still got them.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's just my thing. I'll be at the front of it, leading boycotts if we start seeing too much of this shit. I'm hoping at French Connection, like you said, maybe that's just a Friedkin thing.
And that's the thing, like but like, you know, Indy said there are warning signs right now, but this particular one, I get it. But like Indy said, Blazing Saddles could go the way of Song of the South. Unfortunately, there is no Blazing Saddles ride, at least, so we don't have to worry about losing that. But
no.
I'm not allowed to put Song of the South over. It comes off bad, doesn't it?
A lot of people who haven't actually watched Song of the South, there's like a legend behind that movie. I've heard people come up to me and like ask about that, and they're like, "Oh, is that the Disney movie where they're like dropping the N-bomb?" And I'm like, "No, it's not that bad. Uncle Remus is offensive to some people, but there's no like N-bomb dropping. Yeah. It's not that kind of
and some of the racism that people associate with that movie came because of that movie after the movie. It's not like, oh, they did that because it became racist after the movie. There's only one thing, and that's the one thing I won't say. They did change it for the ride. They turned it into honey.
I'll tell you what, day one, I'm in charge of Disney has fallen.
So if they put out a 4K, are you buying it, Dan?
Of what? Song of the South? The balls of putting that out right now, yes, I would get
day one. So
I would feel obligated.
I'm obligating Dan right now. Damn, Song of the South is mid Disney. Damn, Indy. I don't know about that. That's like some classic middle that era of Disney. I'd rather watch that shit than Davy Crockett. My favorite part.
I did like Davy Crockett.
My favorite part, if you ever watch it, there's this part where all the kids are walking and they go over a tree, and one of the little kids like trips over it. But it's funny, you can see him like look at the camera, and he's probably like, "Oh no, go!" And he just turns back and keeps going. But you can see the little kid like look at the camera to make sure it was okay and keep going. And it's in every time I see that, I fucking.
That was Disney. He's probably waiting to see if Walt was just going to start kicking the shit out of him for wasting film.
Oh, I'm sure it happened that often. When is Song of the South public domain? I don't think it ever will be. Dan still is convinced it's going to happen to Mickey, but it's not happening to Mickey.
I want that Steamboat Willie slasher. I know you might have to change a lot of shit, but Todd, I want it. And I'll tell you what, I would go so fucking vile with that movie. It would be like Steamboat Willie, Joe Spinell Maniac. Like he's going to be scalping hookers and doing all sorts of awful shit because fuck Disney.
You can do it as a parody, but they're still going to sue you. They might not, though. I mean, look at
Escape from Tomorrow. Yeah,
because they know bringing attention to it is not good. Did they say anything about any of those Winnie the Pooh or any of the ones? No, they don't acknowledge it.
There's shit all they can do about that.
Well, I know that, but they're not. They know better to just like.
They can bully people with lawsuits for sure, even knowing they're not going to win because money's not an object. I hate Disney as a company. I sincerely hope Nintendo fucks their market share. I know it's not going to get rid of them, but I really hope they slowly degrade, which Nintendo can put some hurting power on them. You look at the parks and everything, I think Universal, for my money, much more entertaining and fun.
Yeah, I don't
to Disney.
See, they're totally different theme parks. That's my thing. I don't like one's thrill rides, one's more dark rides. I'm a dark ride guy, so Disney's always going to win out for me. Like, and then the dark rides they have at Universal.
There's less of that now, though, Todd.
There's still a lot.
It's a lot of it's starting to move into 3D bullshit.
No, but that's the other theme parks. Look at they just made a fucking giant Star Wars dark ride with all like real shit. Well, there is some screen stuff going on with the actors, but
yeah,
I mean, there is no lack of dark rides. The problem with most dark rides are like the ones that they have at Universal is they're all fucking screen based. Like when Universal, especially Hollywood, when they really leaned into their movie shit, that's when they were good. Now they just do fucking, I don't give a shit about your stupid, roller coaster.
Well, I'll tell you, like, just looking at different stuff, like the Harry Potter world, for example. Like, you don't have to be a fan of that to think, like, holy fuck, this is as immersive as I've ever experienced. I feel like I'm in these movies.
They're like the same.
Well, yeah. Are they doing like old Star Wars, or are they trying to like do the Daisy Ridley stuff that nobody
It
gives a shit
is
about?
no, it's its own world, because the Disney planet, it's its own like planet. It's not a real one, so they can have combination of everything. So it doesn't matter what fan you are. There's something
They closed down that hotel. I know. I did see a news report on that.
they did.
They were
Sure was-
charging a lot
Yeah.
for not a whole lot.
Like, I would have definitely thought that was cool, but for the prices, I looked at it once. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, unless I get like one of Jabba's fucking slave girls, like to come to my room at night, well, you're gonna have to do a little better than that,
Well,
Disney.
Well, wait, I didn't know that was an option.
For that price, it better be a fucking option. You get. I want fucking Jabba's best, like waiting for me with a fucking chocolate on the
Where's
pillow.
that green bitch with them things on her head?
Yeah, and I want you to throw in the 3-tittied girl from Total Recall as a bonus for what you were charging for that bullshit. Disney's gotten a little lazy on some things. There've been a few things where I was like, really? I feel like you're just trying to get a big barrel of money just because you're Disney and you're not really trying anymore. Because, yeah, my niece is there now, so I should probably not be ranting about all this, but I don't know. She works.
I legally have to be Disney positive because I live in their city. So
yeah, they just like turn off all your power.
you know what? That's the one positive thing about living here. We don't get power outs because we're on that Disney fucking grid.
I'll show you, motherfucker. Just
right.
Todd's in the dark.
Fuck your podcast.
French Connection, my asshole. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't, honestly, with that, I don't see Disney giving a shit enough about the French Connection. Because you know what? There's so much other stuff on Disney and Hulu that drop the N-word. I get
on Disney dropping the N-word.
No, like on Disney owned stuff. Like,
yeah.
Because like what is Criterion Channel on? It's not even on Disney Plus. It's not on Hulu. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't have it right now, to be honest. So
I've never had it. I mean, I know there was a Criterion section on HBO Max.
Yeah, I know some people who do have Criterion, and I'll have to ask them about that. But like I said, zero chance I'm paying for any of that shit if they're doing that. Yeah. Could care less. That's like an immediate. But we'll see. This might be one of those ones they fix, but I don't see them adding slurs back into it.
I think
because now they've made it a thing. So it's going to be hard for them to
oh, you're putting him back. See, my thing is, and this is like, I want like all of our missing It's Always Sunny episodes back. But
yeah, Workaholics is another one.
Is it missing ones too?
I know Workaholics. I know is missing at least one or two.
I know It's Always Sunny, I believe, is 4, which is funny because last season it was totally like the crux of an episode, because Lethal Weapon 4 and 5, or is it 5 and 6, whatever the two they made are missing, because those are episodes and they have the blackface because of Murtaugh.
Oh yeah.
So that was like the whole, like they did Lethal Weapon 7, but you can't go watch the other ones now.
I come back.
I can.
The people that bitch about this are not watching any of those movies. They're not really doing anything, in regards to those types of movies. It's something they wouldn't even notice. I can't fathom anybody that would care, that would be watching French Connection.
And that's the thing. It's not like that word doesn't still get used in movies and entertainment. And I don't mean just rap songs, but I mean, you still see it in the movies. I mean, a lot of the times now it's used for more of a clutch your pearls gasp, or they drop the F word. But I mean, it's not like it's still not you. It's not like you get canceled immediately for using these words. So
It is, but it is pretty rare. Like, and I know there was a recent example where there was some movie where some villain did use a gay slur, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. But it's more rare than it used to be.
There, well, for that one, it's been a minute. But I know recently you got something like Barbarian that drops that hard.
Yeah, that one,
F.
that was one. Yeah, I was gonna say, and I was like, oh shit. Okay.
Even Freddy vs. Jason, that got shit. So that was fucking.
It got a little bit, but I'll tell you the difference. In 03, Freddy vs. Jason
20 years
came
different.
out. That now, it wouldn't have made it to the big screen, but
it could have. It made it in the other one, although they also knew he was kind of like the heel in that one, which I totally disagree with. Justin Long is the good guy in The Barbarian, just for the record. The hero, the face.
God is kidding. But
when I watched it,
I don't know. I mean, again, I don't remember like some huge uproar with Barbarian either. I'm sure there's people obviously that did bitch about it, but for the most part, there wasn't some big uproar about it.
No, there wasn't. That's what I'm saying. It's selective outrage, and it's
right or wrong.
And that's I think the selective outrage is like, I don't know all the facts, so I don't want to fucking go hard on this Criterion shit till I know. But
yeah, I don't know. It really hurts Criterion, I think, as a brand. But yeah, there's a lot of shit going on right now, and I'm not going to take any kind of opinion give any kind of opinion on it, because this is not that type of show. But people are realizing that they can hurt companies really bad for doing things that piss them off. That might be righteous. That might be unfair. Again, I'm not giving an opinion on any specific thing, but people are realizing that they can do some impressive damage, quite frankly.
And that's not a good thing, though, really.
It's not. Well, it's not a bad thing either. Like,
but but that's the thing that will not be used for good, Dan.
I agree. In some cases, but it can be used for good.
Yes, it doesn't matter. It can be used for good.
If you take something like a French Connection, let's just say Criterion's behind it, and I'm not saying they are, but let's just say for the sake of argument, okay, some influential podcasters get together, they get a bunch of people to start unsubbing, and nowadays you just can't afford to start losing paying customers like that. I would consider that using it for good.
I would give you that.
You maybe make somebody think twice the next time before they start going back and trying to fuck with art, which French Connection is a legit classic of cinema.
See, this is where my problem lies, though. I agree with what you're saying, Dan. The problem with it is it's already been fucked with multiple times by him.
Well,
it's the Star Wars argument.
We don't know exactly who's behind it this time.
We don't, but I'm just saying.
See him going back for a slur in a movie that old.
If he's redoing,
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
If that's all, but it could be as simple as, okay, they were supplied the master, and they could have just sent them the TV master. All we know, because there is 100% a version that doesn't have that word. That is going to be broadcast on TBS and TNT and Turner Classic Movies.
And who watches movies on those channels anymore now? Not a lot.
Well, no, I get that, but you still have to have them. And they honestly, even like on demand, if you watch a TNT movie, it's the clean version.
Yeah.
It's a TV cut. Now, do you think that's a bad thing?
Well, you're also talking about a service that you're paying so you don't watch commercials and ads.
You're paying for cable.
Yeah, sure, and I don't watch any movies on cable.
I know, but that's the same occurrence that's happening, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I mean, part of that is one way it was that way all the time, and we're now fucking with something that wasn't that way, and that's part of the issue. Like I said, it's not a bad thing, or I agree with you. It can be used for bad, but it's not a bad. You can seriously hurt, if not destroy in some cases, companies, brands. You can do some damage by you know, boycotts and not spending money on things. You know, some people get a little fanatical about certain things, but like when I look at something like the things I've heard about Indiana Jones, for example, are fucking stupid. Are fucking stupid. I will not contribute to that movie's box office because they should know better. Maybe there's a chance it's not as bad as what I've heard, but I do know somebody who's actually seen the movie.
The
and
problem
ran
though
it down. So
is sometimes the context. Like I may need to see it. Like I mean, like it could so. Like if you
I don't want to drop direct spoilers, but there's
no, I'm not asking you to.
Yeah.
But like if you would have told me last time, oh, there's fucking aliens in this movie for the whatever Crystal Skull.
Yeah,
I would have been like that. I would have been like, that's fucking stupid. And then I would have saw it and said, well, that's fucking stupid.
It doesn't fit. It's just very ill-conceived.
Oh, damn. Indy saying Indy 5 will be worse than Indy 4. But so I guess I'm going to see fucking I watch everything, but yeah. I'm gonna want to be there as much as Harrison Ford does in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah. See, there's just certain things that I don't think it's a screen time issue. I'm not saying that.
No, I don't want to talk about. I'll find out.
Well, Fast and the Furious. That's an example. At a certain point, like I'm just like I get I have A-list, but that's still contributing to the box office. It's fucking stupid.
It's not. See, that's the thing I want to figure out. I don't know how it is really. Do they get like, okay, they saw this, so they get that?
Well, it essentially counts for them like you bought a ticket.
Yeah, but I'm just curious, like how, like, but we didn't buy a full price ticket, so
you didn't. But that is I could be wrong. Well, no,
it does. I'm just curious if it like contributes the whole ticket.
Yeah,
it doesn't. Yeah, I don't care.
The things that I've heard about Indiana Jones are offensively bad to the point that I'm like I think it's like in the top 10 most expensive.
I heard the same. I heard you tell me the same shit about Halloween Ends, and I still like it. So
Halloween Ends is a piece of shit. Well, Halloween Kills is a real piece of shit, but that's a separate argument. We won't get into that, but yeah.
But I'm saying like, and yeah, it's funny because the Ends cult's starting to grow. I saw an article today why you all are wrong and Halloween Ends is a good movie. I didn't read it. I just made me laugh.
There's people. Halloween's a weird one. I think a TV show may finally kill some of that hype or kill some of that fandom a little bit, only because
a TV show.
Maybe that's from what I understand, but
you're not very good at that.
Chucky. I'm just using Chucky as an example. Chucky. I know some diehard fans of the franchise who bowed out. They just like, I'm tired of it now. I'm getting it as a TV show. I'm seeing it every week, and I'm just tired of it now. I think TV is a good way to kill some of these franchises off, in my opinion.
See, thank you, Ben.
Yeah, but again, Ben, I already know everything about.
But that's still someone else's opinion, is what he's saying.
Sure. I'm curious.
And that's kind of what I was saying with you don't know from context. You don't, like, you were told stuff, but it may be put together in a way. I don't know what it is. So I'm saying it could be.
This was a breakdown of the entire movie, including like the general tone, what's focused on. I mean, I would be amazed if you come back and tell me you like it. I'll just put it.
I haven't liked any since Temple of Doom. So
yeah.
So it's not going to be like it's going to have to really impress me.
Hey, if you did like it,
well, I'll tell you like this.
Weigh in the comments. Tell me I'm full of shit. That's fine.
We'll do a show on it because Ozzy's going to see it and he wants to talk. He loves the films. He loves the ones I don't. Although he's like on the whole denial that part 4 exists. So when 5's even worse, it's going to be an entertaining review. But who just asked the question? Was it Big T? The new Transformers movie. Yes, I did see the new Transformers movie. And I'll tell you right now, I am biased, so don't ask me. It's like 100% now. You can tell these movies are being made by people my age, so they're hitting all of the correct nostalgia things. The fact that the movie takes place in 1994, like the soundtrack, like everything's like perfect. Like, so as a 90s kid who grew up in the 80s loving Transformers, it fucking hits like a bunch of shit. And then the world building at the end for an 80s kid's even, it's a big deal. I know, well, because when I was watching, I was like, oh, my kid's going to lose his mind when he watches this. So I don't think it was as good as Bumblebee, which I think is the only like really good movie. I did think this was funny. I did tell Dan like one of the little bits that I laughed at, but
did you see it early or was there?
It came out last week. It came out Thursday.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beast Wars is more my favorite. That is your regular Transformers. Okay, Beast War. All right. So, okay, Indy seeing Transformers today. Looking forward to. Yeah, I saw it in IMAX 3D. I don't know.
Give us Robot Jocks, the sequel. Then I'll go get excited.
Yeah. It's funny. One thing I did notice, though, and I can't think of the actor's name, who's then Prime for everything, Optimus. I could hear the age in his voice in a couple of the lines this time. It's the first time I've noticed it, because he's been doing that for like fucking 40 years at this point. But it's like getting like James Earl Jones in later Star Wars movies, or I'm like, that motherfucker sounds old. So I think it's, because that's like one of like that's like the Darth Vader voice. It's always associated with them.
So. A little less strength in the voice. I get that.
But
yeah.
Ben said his biggest was complaints that it wish it had more Beast Wars. See, I'm not as familiar. Those are a little later past mine, so all of my knowledge of that comes from my kid. So, and even that's like not. Yeah.
It's funny when you really start shitting on Disney, the chat gets more active. I've noticed that with other shows. It's just like they come out of the woodwork.
Well, we'll have to do
more
it
shitting
more.
on the mouse, Tad.
And then I go, we'll defend the mouse, and then everyone will shit on me.
Really can shit on Tad.
I'm just gonna go live in front of the park.
Oh, that would be shut down quick.
What? If I'm on public, I could sit in front of them.
You have like Mickey with some like stormtroopers. I was gonna start
telling Disney stories, but we're not on Patreon, so
they're gonna throw you.
You know what? If you want us to do that, that is one I can put together. If you want us to do like Disney stories from the theme parks with employees that work there too, they can tell you shit they probably shouldn't. We can make that one happen.
So this is not you guys, but I knew somebody. I won't. That's a Patreon.
Yeah. I was gonna say if we're gonna do something like that, but yeah, and I also want to do the same thing with Blockbuster too, because I know some employees and they got some stories. So I think this video store documentary is a good reason to trigger, because another video store memories, because the last one we did was fun.
Yeah, definitely, and. Yeah, once again, Patreon, uncut, uncensored. We fought. What did we fight about last time?
I don't remember, but
the hotness of Nina Hartley, which you're fucking insane.
That is a conversation I would like to revisit, because I figured out what it is. Ben, you worked at Blockbuster. Well, you better arm your stories. So we'll have to.
I seriously regret never working at a video store. I almost did. It was literally right before.
It's funny. Big T's wants to ask questions about the post-credit scene, but he doesn't want to spoil it. So that's
right. Yeah, right before I moved to West Virginia, I believe. I had applied to work at Blockbuster, but then found out we were moving, and I just never took it because there was no point really. I'd only be working there for not even a month.
Indy said he worked at a mom and pop store.
Oh, nice. Do you have pictures is the question, which I know nobody ever really thought like that they just film a video store because it'd be around forever.
That's funny because like I remember the last day I worked at the video store was, well, I guess technically it was the day I met my wife. So like I had to work this Sunday, so I was just chilling at home, and I got drug out. So like I drank way too much. That's the night I met my wife. I didn't make it to work the next day, so I like totally slept through work. I was so fucking hungover and drunk from the night before. So
You don't really think about. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people were, working in a video store and never really appreciating the experience of working there. And I wish I had that, man. I really regret. Even if I had only worked there a month or whatever it was, I should have just done it. I really should have just done it in retrospect. But yeah, I don't know now. Hey, we do have Videodrome, I think, still in Atlanta.
Ben said the night a blackout hit our city,
people kept trying to rent movies, even though they wouldn't be able to watch it and had to return before noon.
I'm telling you, it was the video store experience.
It was, man. Like I remember going. Well, I would do the rounds. I'd go to Hollywood Video, Blockbuster. But my mom and pop while it was still open. I just make that round. It was movie store day, and I would just go to all of them. I would get like a Blizzard at Dairy Queen. I have very vivid memories. I can still smell Hollywood Video. I could just, man, if I could only go back again, that would be amazing. But
you just want to go to the porn section again.
The Mon Pop Hollywood Video, that would not happen. But
it's funny because my Blockbuster, then it was Major Video. They had a porn section. Then when it became Blockbuster, it became the back office. Which was a weird porn one, like because you had to like walk into an actual door. Like I'm not walking to a room with a door that shuts to watch looking porn with other dudes.
That, you know what? I've always said I wish I could go back to the days of 42nd Street. The idea of being in a theater with other people and just like jacking it to like a fucking Renee Bond movie is wild to me. Like it's a little weird watching that with people, period. But like I'm certainly not pulling my fucking dick out in a theater setting. That just some of the old timers. But guys, on that note, once we start talking about this, that dick talk's got to stay on the Patreon. So that all starts at just $1. You can watch our wild rant video that we just posted not long ago. Patreon.com/FleshWoundFeatures. We appreciate you very much. Thanks for hanging out with us, ranting on Disney with us and the French Connection and all that. On that note, we will see you guys tomorrow for Squared Circle Society, Dark Side of the Ring. Good night.
Good evening. And let me find all right, there we go. Good night.